Another 5-minute mystery. An anniversary party is going on at the Brown household around the corner. One of the guests, George Taylor, pauses while eating his dessert, saying,
Best lemon pie I've ever tasted, Mary.
Oh, really?
I wish my wife could do as well. Hey, it doesn't look as if Sam is appreciating it much, though.
Goodness, dear, is my cooking that bad? Sam, your head is practically in your plate. I guess he's fallen asleep, everyone. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Sam, sit up. Sam, it's dreadful. I'd better shake him. Sam!
Great guns. He's dead.
How do you do? I'm Sergeant Parker, the Homicide Division, and this is one of my boys, Mike Grady. Where's the body?
In the dining room at the table. We didn't move him.
You might as well be comfortable, everybody. This will take just a little while. Dead all right. Peaceful, too. Who's Mrs. Sam Brown?
I am.
You mind telling me what happened?
I guess not. I'm so shocked. I don't know where to begin or what to tell you.
Well, you might as well begin by telling me what you served for dinner.
Well, we had soup first.
Soup? What kind?
Mushroom, and then roast chicken, green peas, mashed potatoes, and I served him coffee, but I don't see how this could mean anything.
Just routine, Mrs. Brown. Did Mr. Brown eat everything?
Yes, he did. He seemed to have fallen asleep over his coffee. And when I tried to wake him, I found he's had a heart attack.
Yeah. That will be all for now for a few minutes, Mrs. Brown. We want to take a look around. Notice anything about this table, Mike?
No, Chief. Can't say as I do.
Neither do I. Let's look in this kitchen. An orderly person, isn't she? Stacked dishes after each course.
Yes, and there's silverware over here. Now look. Look, Chief. One of these soup spoons has been turned black.
Black? Let me see it. The only spoon that's tarnished, too. Well, I was beginning to think it was a heart attack or a perfect murder. But this silver spoon is evidence enough. Mrs. Brown?
Yes, Sergeant Parker?
I'm sorry to interrupt your little party, Mrs. Brown, but I'm sure your guests won't mind.
I don't understand.
You will, Mrs. Brown. You will. You see, you're under arrest for the murder of your husband. Do you know why Sergeant Parker accused Mrs. Brown of murder? In a moment, we'll hear the solution. And now, back to our story.
Sergeant Parker, how do you know it was homicide?
Well, Mrs. Brown took careful pains to wash the soup pans and soup dishes before she served the rest of the meal.
Ah, yes, I can see that.
But she forgot one thing, to wash the silver soup spoons. What she didn't realize was that an hour later, by the end of dinner, the spoon her husband used to eat his toadstool soup gave her away. She didn't know that toadstools make silver turn black. Mrs. Brown almost committed the perfect murder, but she forgot to wash one spoon. Another 5-minute mystery. See if you can solve the case before the end of the program. Well, Alice, one more block and you'll hold the Brooks household.
2 whole years, Jim. It just doesn't seem possible it's been so long. You and Dorothy married and with a place of your own.
It's true, all right. Only too bad we haven't taken advantage of the old Brooks hospitality sooner.
Well, I'm here now and I intend on having a perfectly wonderful time.
Well, now here we are.
Oh, what a charming place this is.
Dorothy's probably on needles and pins waiting for me to get you here. Darling, it's Jim. Here's Alice.
Jim, look.
What? Where?
There, on the living room floor. It's Dorothy, dead.
Mr. Brooks, I'm afraid you and Miss Manning will have to submit to some routine questions.
I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, Inspector.
Thank you, Miss Manning. Now, Mr. Brooks, we're waiting for some information I phoned for. I want you to tell me exactly what happened this morning.
There's nothing much to tell. Both my wife and I were quite excited, expecting Alice, that is, Miss Manning here, to visit us from Chicago. I was to wait until she called me at the office.
You were there all morning?
Yes, until Miss Manning's train arrived and we came out here.
I had written Mrs. Brooks to tell her that I would call Jim at the office as soon as I arrived. The train was an hour late. Maybe if it had been here earlier, it would have prevented this.
Well, that remains to be seen. Apparently, Mrs. Brooks was sitting here in this chair putting red nail polish on her fingernails when she was shot from behind. The polish was spilled all over the carpet and she was still holding the tiny brush in her hand. She must have recognized the attacker, and since she did not die instantly, she printed 3 initials here on the floor with the polish. D-O-C.
D-O-C. I wish we could tell whose initials she was trying to reveal.
You sure you don't know anyone whose name would fit that?
Positive, I can't.
Oh.
Yes, Miss Manning? Can you think of somebody with those initials?
Well, D-O-C spells Doc, and it's Mr. Brooks' nickname.
Why, it can't be.
Yes, Mr. Brooks.
I haven't been called Doc for over 2 years. It was a nickname I picked up in school. My wife didn't like the name and I never used it. No one out in New York even knows me by Doc. You've got to believe me, Inspector. It's the truth.
Well, that we'll see. Just a minute. Hello? Yes, Grady? Yes. I see. Well, it's sewed up anyways. Thanks. Well, you both will be happy to know our little murder is solved.
Oh, then it wasn't Doc after all?
No, Miss Manning. It wasn't Doc. I'm arresting you, Miss Manning, for the murder of Dorothy Brooks.
Why did the inspector arrest Miss Manning for the murder of Mrs. Brooks? In a moment, we'll hear. And now, back to our story.
How dare you arrest me? I was still on the train.
Your train wasn't late, Miss Manning. That phone call just verified the fact. You came out here, murdered Mrs. Brooks, returned to the station, and called Mr. Brooks to pick you up. That wasn't what really gave you away, though, Miss Manning. Too bad you didn't know Mr. Brooks was no longer called Doc when you printed those letters on the carpet. The next time you leave a name as a clue to throw suspicion, you'd better get the name right. But of course there won't be a next time. Will there, Miss Manning?
Join us next time for another chance to solve a 5-minute mystery.